Guys, and hello creatures of the night. Anyways, today we are doing some more Halloween content. Anyways, today is going to be a DIY video. So what you're going to need is paint, or you can also use construction paper if you don't want to paint as much. And I just use a piece of notebook paper. You're going to need some cardboard, like a box or some sort of old box that you no longer are using. Just have this one, and then you will need like something circular to trace. So I'm just gonna finish painting some of the notebook paper that I have, and you also need scissors. So I have to go get some. So I'm just gonna kind of finish up painting until you get it to where you want if you're painting notebook paper. Okay, around like a solo cup. I forgot to mention earlier, you will need like a pen or a pencil to try. Okay, so anyways, the next step is to take your cup or round object and to trace it. I didn't record it by accident, so now I'm just gonna, as you can see, there's already outline, but I'm just gonna show you kind of again. Well, I didn't show you the first time because I think I forgot to record it. Sorry about that. Knocked over the camera again a little bit. I'm just gonna trace it, and as long as it's round enough, and then if, you know, you guys get the idea. You just trace it, and if you want to do it again, you can, like, if you don't like how that turned out, you can just move where you had it and then cut it around it, and then I'm gonna go get my scissors to go do that. Anyways, once you got the circle traced where you want it, and if you messed up, you can just do it again somewhere else. You're gonna take your trusty scissors, whatever scissors you have that will work to cut cardboard. This is the old box, so it's like upcycle DIY. Well, it's not like old, but like it's a box that we don't really need. I mean, a cardboard box, but you know what I'm saying. Just try to trace the circle with your scissors as much as possible. It doesn't have to be perfect. It needs to be... Okay, I think I forgot to mention you also need tape. It doesn't have to be perfect, as long as it's close enough to a circle. It doesn't have to be perfect at all. Okay, so once you got it like that, you can trim up the edges if you want. If not, if you want to leave it like that, you can. This DIY, if I forgot to mention that. I forgot to mention, I think, I'm not 100% sure, that you will need tape for this DIY. Now we're just going to take this and see our circular object. It doesn't have to be perfect. And a paintbrush. And then you also probably need a cup of water too for this DIY, so you can rinse your paintbrushes. And then we're going to put a little bit of purple, and we're going to paint the bottom of this purple. 1 second, it's coming. A little bit purple, and we're just gonna paint the purple all over this. And it might need more than one coat of purple, or whatever color you decide to use, until like you see no more white or colors underneath. And also it probably depends on what color cardboard you use. I just decided to use this one, so it's like an upcycle DIY a little bit too. And I can let that dry, then do a second coat, or third or fourth, or however many coats you think it's going to need. And then I'm just going to paint this some more. You can always do touch-ups after if you think you need some touch-ups. Or if you like it with it showing through underneath a little bit, you can leave it like that. Like, let's say if I like that. Go ahead and do. I'm just kind of spread that around until you get it where you wanted. Then you're gonna let that dry until the paint is dry, and then probably need, depending on what colors you use, you might need more than one coat. The purple thing dry, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our paper. We'll let it dry for you guys by now. It probably takes like 10 minutes to dry, maybe a little bit less, a little bit longer. Or at least mostly dry, but you're not going to get paint all over your hands. I'm going to take it. Well, it helps if it's a bit drier than this. Like, you want it almost completely dry. You want it completely dry, actually. You're going to just roll it into the best. Like, it needs to be drier, so I'm just gonna wait a little bit. You're gonna take your piece of construction paper or notebook paper that you're painting, and you're just gonna turn it upside down. You don't want the color side to show, but if it's construction, paper, it doesn't really matter. Then you're gonna take, for right now, then you're gonna take it and just grab it as best as you can without tearing it, and then you're gonna roll it into like a cylinder as best as you can, like that. Should look something like this, like that. It should be pointier and wider at the bottom. Now you're gonna take your tape. And you're gonna tape that together. So I'm gonna tape it out, tape it together. It's fine if it unravels a little bit. I'd recommend you grab your tape and then tape before you do that. And you're gonna tape it together, and you can kind of adjust it to what you want it, so it should look something like, almost like an ice cream cone, kind of. Doesn't have to be perfect. You can flatten it to tape it if you need to. Probably like 2 pieces of tape should work fine, depending on how big they are. Then you're gonna put your hand in there and make it bigger again, and then you can also trim off the excess. So now you're just gonna wait on your other piece, your cardboard piece, to dry. You can also trim stuff off if you want it to be, like if you want to trim that off, you can. So then I'm gonna trim this off up a little, trim this a little bit, just so I don't have a whole bunch of light. So it should look like that, almost like an ice cream cone. Like you put ice cream in it if it was that way. It's gonna be the final step. So you're gonna take your piece of cardboard that you painted. I painted mine purple, whatever color you painted yours. And you're gonna take some tape. Okay, now you're gonna take some tape. Take some tape and roll it together. And put this in the middle just to make sure it hopefully helps it stay. But you're gonna want to make sure your cardboard is dry. Then if you want to, you just kind of have to adjust it how you want it. So I want mine to be like that. Okay, now I know how I want mine. I need to add tape to where I want this to be. Just anything. So then you're just going to add tape to the back. Make sure it's on there good. And then you can make it smaller or bigger, or kind of smush it, play around with it till you get to where you want it. Then you have a witch's hat, and yeah, DIY witch's hat. You guys, this will probably turn out better than mine, but this is something. So now you just have like a little Halloween decoration for whenever. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this DIY witch's hat for Halloween. See y'all. Have a great, beautiful, wonderful day. Oh, and happy Halloween.